So hello everyone, welcome to Tech with Kevin. So today we are going to learn Python programming. So if you have never done any programming in your life, we are going to start from beginner to pro. So I'm going to assume that you have never done any programming. So what we are going to do is that we are going to install Python, and then we run our program, our first program, using command prompt, and then we shall go and use a notepad, and then we shall also use our we shall also run it using IDE. IDE here we mean integrated development environment, and an example of that we shall use the Visual Studio Code. So to download Python, we shall go to python.org. I've added the description. I've added the link in the description. Then you go to download, and then you choose the latest version, which your Windows I recommend. For me, I'm using Windows 10, so you can download if you're using Linux, Mac OS, another operating system. I've also added the link. You can you can access the terminal on your mobile phone, which can imitate this. So you go here before you install. Now you go here and check add Python 3.9 to path, and then select install. Then it will take some couple of time, and you leave it to wait to go on. So since I've installed Python in my computer, I'll go here on the Windows button, and then I write Python, and then I press enter. So it will open this terminal, which is black in color. What is 1 plus 2? I get a syntax error, so meaning that Python cannot understand those statements. But if I say 1 plus 2, I get 3, meaning that it can understand, Python can understand lines of a code. It can understand arithmetic operations. So even though I say 3 minus 1, I still get the same. I get a 2. So if I say 3 and I don't leave a space and I just place there, I still get the answer, meaning that Python is not affected by a white space. Program, a simple program to display hello world. So if I say I want to write a program that prints hello world, I just come here in my terminal and I say print, and then open bracket, parentheses, then I say hello world, then close parentheses. Parentheses here will mean these brackets, and then I press enter, it runs. Or another way you can say print, open parentheses, use one of that, then I say hello world, and then I close parentheses. It still gives me an output. So another way how we can demonstrate the running, how we can run this code, is by using a notepad. So when I press the Windows button and I write the word notepad, and then I press enter, then let me zoom in. I want you people to see clearly. So when I zoom in and I write print, open parentheses, hello world, close parentheses. So I'll come here, file, and then save as. So here we can say hello world, extension .py, .py, want to save it on a desktop, and I say save. So let me close this. In our program, we can see on our desktop that we have got a program which has Hello World, but since we have Visual Studio Code, that is why it is having the icon of Visual Studio Code. So in order for us to run, I told you that another way to run it is we have to put the file in a notepad, and then when we put it in a notepad, we shall add an extension of py, meaning that this is a Python program. Since Python is already installed, it was able to change the file to appear like a Python program. So in order to run our Python program, so we shall come here, Windows button, and then we go to CMD and then enter. Then here, since this is a Python program, let me zoom in and I write here Python, and then we add the so we're able to run our Python program. So the challenge we have with using a notepad is that when you are using a notepad, it's like when you are writing. So when I open notepad, I go here, and then let me say, when I say welcome to Tech with Kevin. So when I say like that, so the challenge with the notepad, it doesn't have the spelling check, it doesn't have the grammar check, and its formatting it's not good. So this also applies to programming. So in programming, the best way to represent programs, we have to use what is known as the IDE. The IDE here we mean Integrated Development Environment. So an example of IDE which we can use is a Visual Studio Code. So let us dive into the video and we see how we can download the Visual Studio Code. So using our browser, we shall go to visualstudio.com and then download for Windows. Since I'm using Windows 10, select that drop down. You see you can download for Mac, for Linux, and for other operating systems. So I'll select download for Windows, and we'll see Visual Studio user setup.ext is downloading. Then we agree to the agreements, press next. Then here you choose the location. Then afterwards you press next. Then here I recommend you check this, you check everything, then go to next, then install. It will take some time. We shall leave it to install for some time. Then afterwards we shall finish and launch Visual Studio Code. So when you open Visual Studio Code for the first time, this is how it looks. So in case your Visual Studio Code doesn't look like this, you go here to help, and then you select welcome so that you can see this screen as well. So I told you that Visual Studio Code is the IDE we use. So we select here on the extension. So we are interested in adding Python environment. So you go here and search for Python. Then when you go to Python, you install it. Because since for me I've already installed Python, this one shows the Python which is having something like 33 million views. So I already have Python. So if you don't have Python environment, you have to install it. Then another thing we shall do is adding the Python interpreter, the one we have already installed. So to add it, we can use Ctrl+P in order to open this search icon. So here we shall write Python and then select interpreter and then press enter. So here you see that it has already located our Python, the one we have installed. So you go and press enter, you select that one, so meaning that we have now connected our Python interpreter in our Python environment. So next we shall open our file, the one which is on the desktop, which we named as Hello World. So we see it here, then press open. So when it opens, this is how it looks like. So it shows here print Hello World. So in the next video we shall learn how to add a terminal in our Visual Studio Code for running and compiling our programs.